Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the basic components and layout of an FPV system. We'll also talk about the different types of FPV systems available and their pros and cons. I will also be touching on the installation of the FPV system and also the long-range RC link, which is what allows you to steer your car from a long distance away. By the end of this video, hopefully you should be confident to build your own long-range FPV RC car. So let's get into it. An FPV system consists of a VTX, which is short for video transmitter, an antenna, a camera and a battery. Then a receiver to view the video feed, usually in the form of goggles. However, some systems do allow for a screen to be used instead. Different systems. There are two main types of FPV systems, digital and analog. Analog is cheaper than digital, but it has its drawbacks. The picture quality is worse, it's almost like VHF video quality. The range and penetration is also worse than that of digital. Penetration is referring to the signal's ability to pass through obstacles such as trees and buildings, which is more important for ground vehicles than it would be for, say, a drone, where a drone you're able to maintain obstacle-free line of sight. Analog systems are all cross-compatible, meaning you can buy any VTX video transmitter and pair that with any pair of analog goggles. Digital systems are more expensive, however they do offer far superior video quality and range and penetration. Digital systems, however, you will be locked into the brand, where say if you were to buy a DJI VTX, they call their VTXs air units. If you were to buy an air unit, you would have to buy a pair of DJI goggles that would actually be compatible with that air unit. I personally started off with an analog system and eventually went digital. I have to say, for the difference in range and picture quality, I do wish I'd saved for a bit longer and went straight for a digital system. I've now got DJI and the system is just amazing and so much more enjoyable to drive with. The video is so much more clear and the range is insane. I will say though, with regards to range, elevation is key. Even just a little bit helps a lot. The higher you are, the more range you'll get. An important thing to remember is that these VTXs, video transmitters, will get hot on ground vehicles. They're designed to be on drones and aircraft, which have a lot of fast moving airflow over them, and that helps to cool them down. You don't have that on a ground vehicle such as an RC car, and so you must install a fan. Just like this one here. With regards to installation, it's really down to the individual. There are many ways you could fit the system into your car, depending on how you would like to have it. A couple of main things you want to make sure you get right. You want to make sure your fan has access to cool fresh air. You want to make sure your camera has a good view, so you're able to drive properly. And preferably you'd like to have as much of the system enclosed as possible so that it's protected if you were to have a bump. As you can see here, I have my VTX, which is by here. It's an analog VTX inside of the car. The fan just poking out of the top there. The camera is very exposed on the top of the hood there of the car. For that reason, I've made a carbon fiber dome which sits above this, and I've rolled this many times and it's completely fine. Just to further demonstrate how simple an installation can be, as you can see here, I have the FPV camera inside of the car there, protected by the roof. This is a digital system, this is a DJI. The VTX sitting by there with a fan able to access cool fresh air away from the ESC and the motor of the RC car. And the wires on the inside here ready to be plugged into the battery, and a switch here so I can actually switch the air unit on and off without having to disconnect the power cables. Long range RC link. Long range RC link is referring to the system used to control your car from a long distance away. There are two main systems that I know of, TBS Crossfire and ELRS. I haven't yet tried ELRS, I will be soon. However, so far I've used this TBS Crossfire Lite module. It's a separate system which then plugs into my transmitter that I have for my car. My transmitter sends the signal out of the DSC port. There's a little plug here that plugs into it and goes into the bottom of the Crossfire Lite module here. The Crossfire light module requires a 2S LiPo to power it, which I have the cables here ready to plug into, and then I just have a switch here to turn on the Crossfire light module. These Crossfire modules can be tricky in the initial setup, however there are lots of videos on YouTube explaining how to set these up and what you need to do with them. All you need to do then is swap out your car's RC receiver with the Crossfire specific receiver and you're good to go. I hope this video was helpful for some of you. If you do have any further questions, which I'm sure you do, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section and I'll be sure to answer them as quick as I can. There are often very knowledgeable people within my comment section who I'm sure will also be very happy to help as well. Thank you very much and goodbye.